Everybody, welcome. You're hanging out here with Ben, and this is the Hardcore Punk Project here on the X. Today, we have another special guest. Again, we have Pillars of a Twisted City. Getting its name from a poem by H.P. Lovecraft, Pillars of a Twisted City fuses together elements of black metal, gothic, and thrash punk. The band is often hailed as the Ween of heavy metal. The idea of a heavy metal Ween awards itself a double take. Might even be considered blasphemous to some, but that's what Pillars of a Twisted City is about. Yes, Pillars of a Twisted City is a one-man band. All the instruments and production goes to this man, Johnny Stewart, right here. Welcome to the X, Johnny. How you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me, my friend. Appreciate it.
All right, so Pillars of a Twisted City is a debut EP by this band, and it's coming out on the 21st of August. Lyrically, the album deals with scientific, political, and philosophical narratives. Themes include theories of quantum physics and alternate realities, the transcendence of time, corruption, being born dead in a lifeless world, and demonic possession. Hailing from Vancouver, British Columbia, Pillars of a Twisted City laid their framework in 2019. The band was formed by Johnny with the purpose of writing and recording gothic black metal. So thanks for joining me on the X. How are you doing today?
Doing great, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I see you got some guitars behind you there. Looks like you're a shredder yourself.
Yeah.
Nice one, man. What do you got there? Some Jacksons?
2 Jacksons and a very cheap Squire.
Hey, whatever gets you through. I got a bunch of guitars too, but a lot of the songs on this Pillars of a Twisted City record were recorded on ESP, LTD, Flying B, just a total shredder. So, those are always fun.
So you okay with the teen interviewing you?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So this is your first release under Pillars of a Twisted City, right?
That is correct.
Is this your first solo project?
It is my first solo project. You know, I've been playing in bands, or in collectives for a lot of years, and I hadn't had the time to kind of branch out and do my own thing because I've been so focused on writing songs and recording with various groups and touring, all that rigmarole. So this was a good opportunity for me to kind of record some of these songs that I've had in my back pocket for a bunch of years. So it's been great to do that.
All right. Let's talk about each song on the album, shall we?
Why not? Let's go for it.
Okay. Track 1, Darkness Reigns. I hear drop D and atmospheric influence.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And a lot of tracks have that style.
Definitely does. Yeah, I mean, like 3/4 of the record is, straight up either death metal or black metal sort of style. I mean, for me, that's music that I love. I take heavy influence from Gorgoroth and Dark Throne, but also from grind style bands like Napalm Death, and so I've incorporated those influences and kind of my own take on it. Like I also love punk rock, thrash metal, old school classic rock. So that's all kind of you hear a little bit of all that in that first track, Darkness Reigns. But that's when the album kicks off.
Yeah, I was thinking of Gorgoroth, they both have that same kind of tone, that low production quality and the very atmospheric noise.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, like with the low production quality, that's just because this was for me. Like I tried to do it so it's tasteful, but it's also just DIY. For me, I have no problem with going into a good studio, and I've done it many times. But under the circumstances, this was like experience just to do it all myself. It's from the engineering to production, and not having someone looking over my shoulder being like, why don't you do it this way, do it like this way. Just for better or for worse, I just kind of threw it out there, and
Right.
a lot of the songs turned out pretty good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Track 2, this song is about being born dead in a lifeless world, right? I assumed that from the name of the song, Unmarked Grave, and the bio of the band.
Yeah, it's basically about sort of science fiction based about reanimation of the dead. So it's just like the old zombie apocalypse sort of motif, but It's about what would it be like if we weren't actually born into a cohesive world. We believed we were. We were deceived into thinking that we're just a conscious state with no body. That's kind of what that was dealing with.
Yep, I get that.
Yeah.
Who are your biggest inspirations in terms of music, not just for this Pillars of the Twisted City?
Oh man, I would very diverse kind of background of music. I mean, everything from old jazz like Charlie Parker and Miles Davis to the Latin flamenco style music, which I really love, like old 50s and 60s Spanish music and flamenco guitar. And then going from there to surf music to right into black metal and punk rock and thrash, some of the things I mentioned a little bit earlier. So it's a very diverse musical pool, which is why I think people are latched on to this Ween comparison. Although the only difference, Ween does draw from a lot of different musical influences, but Ween is a little bit more, hallucinogenic, drug-infused songs dealing with cocaine and acid. I'm not opposed to those things in my music, but I think the music that we're doing is a little bit more cohesive and not a joke. It's not a joke, but it's well,
All
I
right.
believe.
Sorry, don't want to seem rude, but I can't let you talk for long.
Oh yeah, no problem. Sorry, I'll paraphrase and be shorter. Go
It's
ahead.
okay. It's okay. Track 3, Upper Crust Royalty, the second shortest song on the album. This one and the next two are perfect for Halloween. They're scary, just like with Arms Wide Open by Creed.
But I never had a Creed comparison before, but yeah, nice one. I love it.
Creed just sounds scary. I mean, when's the last time you've heard "Well, Arms Wide Open"?
I do it when I hear that. I do go into a shell and wish that all music would not exist.
Although I'm not dissing Creed, they were pretty popular back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, popularity doesn't mean they're good though. But I know what you're saying.
Track 4, Chamber of Sorrow, the actual shortest song on the album, being 10 seconds less than Upper Crust Royalty. What's this one about?
That one is just kind of like a gargantuan kind of chant. And I figured after pummeling people with a straight grind song, it's nice to have a little a cappella choral chamber music going on there, vocal chamber. That's what it's about. It's about serenity.
All right. Precambrian Shield and Of Furious Death. We'll talk about these two at the same time.
Let's do it. Yeah, again, those are some of the more black metal influenced songs for sure. Like, I love Dark Throne, and those ones are kind of a tip of the hat to those bands with a little bit of shorter lengths. But yeah, just a straight grind it right through, bash it out, and bang your head.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna mention Of Furious Death sounds like something Gorgoroth would do. That is, if they were still making music and Paul wasn't in prison all the time.
Yeah, exactly. No, there's definitely some influence from that amongst lots of other, a bit of Knock Mystium in there too. But those songs, that one's just a straight up blood, guts, and gore. Like, get it done in 30 seconds.
Yep.
It's fun. It's really fun to play.
Okay, this one's tough. Might be tough for you anyways. Which female artist would you like to collaborate with?
Oh man, I tell you, if Pat Benatar came up to me and said, "Hey Johnny, I want to do a Pillars of a Twisted City collaboration," I would be like, "Yes." I'd say Pat Benatar or Heart. If Ann and Nancy Wilson came up to me and be like, "Oh man, we love your black metal songs, Johnny. We want to fly you down to Seattle to do a Heart song with us," I think that's my answer.
Okay, so Hart and Pat Benatar.
You got it.
Good choice.
Heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, you're gonna mess around with me. Yeah, Pat, I'll collaborate on that.
All right, track 7, Moonlight Cerveza.
Sí, señor. Mucho
Right.
cerveza.
What song is it? What's this about? It's an acoustic song.
Yeah, that it's a like a Latin flamenco style song, and that song is about sitting on the beach in Costa Rica, watching the sunset, drinking Imperial, gazing off into the sun, and watching the night come upon us.
All right. Track 8, Suffocation Dance. It's much calmer than the last couple of tracks.
Yeah,
What's
Suffocation
this
Dance.
one about?
That one's just kind of, it's more of a, I mean, for me, like I love Black Rebel Motorcycle Club, that band, and Afghan Wigs and Swerve Driver. Those are also influences of mine. Although you don't hear it in a lot of the songs we do on this record, you will hear it in Suffocation Dance. It's just kind of a monotonous, chugging song that's kind of building textures and atmosphere. Yeah,
Suffocation is a death metal band that I really like. They're a pretty good band.
I know of them very well, very well. This song doesn't sound like Suffocation, but I do love the band Suffocation. Nice reference, my friend.
It's hard to find a lot on social media about the band, so I had to research you. And here's what I came up with.
Uh-oh.
Johnny has previously been a member of bands such as Red Fisher, a Canadian punk band from Winnipeg, Projector, Black Halos, and Satan's Cape from East Vancouver. He shared the stage with notable musicians like SNFU, DOA, Social Distortion, Obituary, the Ramones, Propaganda, Doughboys, the Helicopters, and he's even toured across North America. He's also played massive festivals in Germany, Spain, and France.
Yeah, great.
I feel jealous that you got to play with the Ramones.
Yeah, that was a crazy one. I mean, all those bands we shared the stage with, those are with various bands that I've played up with over the years, and did a lot of touring. But yeah, the Ramones, we played a festival. It was the High River Festival, which was located in Alberta, southern Alberta. This would have been like 1990 or 91, around there. It was a massive 3-day festival, and Red Fisher was with the band I was touring with and playing. And so we played the main stage of that festival. Would have been, about 16 or 7 o'clock at night, and on a Saturday. And then the band that was on right after us on that main stage was the Ramones, and which was an incredible thing, because not only did we get to say hello to those guys as we were walking off the stage, which was, for me, incredible, because it's a band I'm just absolutely loved back then and still to this day. But once we got our gear off the stage, we got to stand on that side stage and watch this incredibly, iconic band play right before our eyes. So that's how that came about. It was amazing.
You've toured a lot in the past. Any more tours on your radar after COVID?
Well, yeah. I mean, how do I answer that? Yes, of course. I think I can speak on behalf of all musicians and artists out there that we all are looking forward to the time when we can safely do so. The reality is I can't see any kind of touring going on for a while. I mean, I'd be surprised if over the next year, there's going to be any of that going on until there's a vaccine that's distributed on a global level, and or these curves in all these countries start to decline. But yes, I would love to play these songs live for people, and with the other bands I play with also. I'd love to be up there performing.
Yeah. Track 9, track 9, Horizons of Neptune.
Yep.
Okay, so first you're here,
Yep.
and then you're here,
Yeah.
and then you're here. You're all over the map. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
This first you go from black metal to pure grindcore to flamenco to soft music to pop.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is probably the I wouldn't necessarily call it a pop song, but it's definitely the most melodic kind of poppy song, juxtaposed to the other ones. And like I said, for me on this recording, I mean, my heart is in every song. There's nothing jokey about any of this stuff, but it's a diverse record, and I recorded it because I didn't want to have any restrictions or rules upon myself of what I can or couldn't do.
All right.
But yeah, it's a fun one.
Track 9, on a course with Armageddon, and I can't see the whole song. It's just like shrouded with dots.
Yeah, it's a collision course with Armageddon.
Okay, so A Collision Course with Armageddon. This is the longest song on the album, clocking in at just over 4 minutes.
You got it.
I haven't even listened to the whole thing. I've only listened to like the first 30 seconds of it.
It's okay, man. Well, you know what? Like, we'll have to get you listened to that one of those. But yeah,
Yeah,
that song. So go
what's
ahead.
the song about?
That song it's about essentially how things are kind of spinning. Oops! Ah, like that. It's an emergency. Things are kind of spinning out of control on a global level, and every day we bring ourselves closer to this, to the realization that we're not really in control of our surroundings. And that song, on a philosophical level, that basically deals with that. And
Yeah.
you know what? And also the good thing about it's a 4-minute long song and it has 4 guitar solos in it. I've never done 4 guitar solos in one song, so definitely indulging that element. It's a very Afghan Wigs influenced song.
4 guitar solos. That's more than I've ever heard in any song.
Yeah, but they're short ones. It's not too gratuitous.
Dead by MCR has only like 2 solos in it.
Yeah, I know. Well, short and sweet solos, but more of just kind of fun.
Also, here's what it says. The guitar on Collision Course with Armageddon has a wah. The guitar has wah.
Yeah, it's got wah.
Lot of wah.
Yeah, lots of crying with the wah pedal on that one.
At least
Definitely.
it doesn't sound like Kirk Hammett, because he
No.
has a lot of wah.
No, I was doing more of a Jay Mascis or Kevin Fields style of guitar playing on that song.
Yep. And the last song, Pillars of a Twisted City, the title track. Is this supposed to be the outro?
That last track is just a straight up instrumental. And it's just a really sweet acoustic song. It has a little bit of cello behind it, and a little bit of Moog organ behind it. And it's just a nice little melodic ditty. I was sitting on my balcony one morning and just put the little Pro Tools set up out there and just started recording it. So that's what that one is.
Okay, so we're done with all the songs on the album, so that brings me to my next question, which is, will you accept a challenge from me?
Bring it on, my friend. What do you got?
Cal's Fun Park in Abbotsford, do you know it?
Say again, and where?
Do you know Castle Fun Park in Abbotsford?
I do, yeah, I do.
I was there last summer. It was fun.
Oh man, I wish I could go there this summer. It's all shut down still. I mean, like they've started to open up some of the parks, but that one is, I think, yet to open up.
All right. My challenges are always goofy, and none of the bands usually do them except for one, which is Beer Run.
Okay.
Record a music video where we're riding the bumper cars of those go-karts, the metal punk remix to the Chicken Dance, done by you.
Okay. So you want me to do, so say that again?
I said a music video while riding the bumper cars or the go-karts, and in the background, a metal/punk remix of the Chicken Dance, done by you.
Okay, so this is my challenge, and I do this, and I get back to you with this.
Yes.
Challenge accepted. I will, if anybody can pull this one off, I shall pull this one off for you.
All right.
Challenge accepted.
Okay. And do you have any questions for me?
Well, I'm seeing that there's a piece of artwork behind your guitars there, and it looks like, let me have a look at that with my glasses. Did you paint that?
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a bunch of abstract art I drew when I was young.
I think it's pretty badass, man. That's really cool. There's an artist that I work with for this. He's doing a video for one of the songs on the record called Darkness Reigns that we talked about earlier. But he does abstract painting as well, and that looks like one of his pieces. I'll after our interview, I'll send you a link so you can check out his work.
I don't get abstract art, and I admit it, but some of it looks cool.
Hey, sometimes you don't have to get it. Sometimes there can be something in there that you don't, unbeknownst to you.
All right, one more another thing that I have to show you is my instrument collection. Just in this room, I have more, but we'll start with this. These are both Jacksons right here. This is my first guitar right here.
That's a Squire, right? Hey,
yeah.
Let's see that neon green Jackson B you got there. Yeah, bring that one closer. Oh yeah, that's a shred guitar, man. That looks good.
Yeah, I got this for a Christmas sale along with McQuaid.
Sick. And what does that have Floyd Rose on it? You got a whammy bar on it?
Nope, no Floyd Rose, unfortunately.
Okay, man, it's okay.
Only guitar with a whammy bar is my Strat.
Oh well, that's for your Stevie Ray Vaughan solos right there. That's cool.
Over here is my bass collection.
Whoa, let's see what you got there, man. Cool. So you looks like you got a bunch of Fenders. Oh, you got a couple Fenders, and that looks like a BC Rich on the end there.
It is a BC Rich.
Got like a Warlock?
Yep.
Nice one, man.
And
cool.
There's this over here.
Let's see. Oh, that's like nice, like a little mini acoustic. Let's hear that thing.
It's a Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia. That thing sounds great.
Got it shaped in a Telecaster because Rolling Stones AF.
Oh, no shit. That's great.
And of course, the acoustic right over here.
Oh, nice, nice. Is that a nylon string acoustic or is it?
It's steel string.
Steel string, cool.
And my first set of drums right here. Can't really see because of the glare, but.
Well, you know what? Like I'm glad that you're interviewing me about this record because it looks like you're set up to record your own project and play all the instruments also. You got it all right there, my friend.
Yep.
Have you been doing any recording at all?
No, not yet. I usually use Audacity to put covers of other songs, but.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think that maybe me and you will do a collaboration in the future.
That would be good. I have a couple of riffs that I came up with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. You could email me a couple of ideas, and I can download it, put it into my rig, record some stuff. That'd be cool, man.
All right.
Because me and you are cut from the same cloth. That's kind of like this. How my place is too. I got all my guitars up, got my drums. Whenever I feel inspired to start recording, looks like you do the same.
We even have similar music influences, except the first band I ever listened to was AC/DC. That's really my main influence, Malcolm Young.
Yeah, I love it.
Then I started to get into heavier stuff like Metallica.
Yeah.
And My Chemical Romance and Green Day. My Chemical is only recently, though.
Hey, that's fun. I mean, that's not. I never was too stoked on them, but no disrespect. I think that's cool. That whatever music moves you is good music. I definitely relate to you on AC/DC. I love the Bon Scott era AC/DC. Like any of those, that first batch of records from them, like High Voltage. There's also like what's the other one now? But all the first 4 or 5 records are incredible.
Yeah.
Let There Be Rock is one of my favorites, especially that song. In the beginning,
Let There Be Rock.
Let There Be Rock. I love that song.
Yeah, that album was good. Well, do you have any more questions for me before we go?
I don't think so, but I just want to say, hey man, thanks a lot for taking the time to do this. I really appreciate it. And
all right, outro first. Well, listeners, looks like we're running out of time here today, so I would like to thank Johnny Stewart from Pillars of a Twisted City for taking the time to interview with me today. Stay safe and be well.
Y'all take care.
And if I have to go, guys, you can still listen to my show at thex.ca/stream on Wednesday at 7 p.m. PST. Have a good day, Johnny.
Thanks a lot, my friend. Take care.